All right, Steve. So we have been hearing about scammers draining money from gift cards for years, but it sounds like one company is finally facing the music. Why did Apple just settle this large lawsuit?
Well, it's interesting because gift cards are a favorite method of payment for scammers. So, unlike a check where you can stop the payment, once a scammer has the number of a gift card, the money is lost forever. So, as you mentioned, Apple recently settled a class action lawsuit brought against it for failing to help victims of scams involving Apple gift cards. Now, the scams at the basis of this lawsuit began with victims being called on the phone by someone posing as an IRS agent threatening the targeted victims with all kinds of dire circumstances if they didn't make an immediate payment using Apple gift cards. Now, according to the lawsuit, victims of the scam lost hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, Apple originally told the scam victims that there was nothing Apple could do to help and that Apple had a strict no refund policy. They also pointed out that it specifically advised purchasers of Apple gift cards not to provide the numbers to anyone they didn't personally know. However, here's the kicker. Lawyers for the scam victims pointed out that Apple profited directly from the scams involved with its gift cards because Apple typically deposited only 70% of the stolen gift card funds into the scammers' bank accounts and kept 30% as commission, fully aware that they were profiting from its customers being scammed. And the judge in this case, Edward Davila, found this to be unconscionable. So the class action involves scams with Apple gift cards being used between 2015 and 2020, where victims weren't reimbursed by Apple. So once this settlement is approved, I'll let you know on how to get a payment for people who were victims of the scam. And one of the things to remember is the IRS doesn't accept payments by way of gift cards. And the truth is, no legitimate business or governmental agency ever asked for payments through gift cards. So anytime you're asked for a payment through a gift card, you can be confident that it's a scam.
And do you think this kind of sets a precedent for gift card companies across the board that they might have to get serious about these scam complaints now because a lawsuit could be coming down the pipeline?
Yeah, I do think this is going to be a monumental change because we also saw recently another class action filed against Income Financial Services. And this is a company that makes gift cards called Vanilla Gift or One Vanilla, and they use like debit cards. The class action alleges that Income is aware of how the cards are used in gift card scams and failed to implement proper security measures to defeat these scams. And this is a case that really is going to show that the gift card companies are going to have to step up their game. They know how the scammers are using their gift cards for scams, and they need to step up to protect their customers.
Yeah, my co-anchor Dan, he purchased two Visa Vanilla gift cards for his daughters over Christmas, fairly sizable ones. And as soon as one was activated, a scammer in Tennessee, I think, drained it. He got his credit card company to reimburse him while they investigate. But what's for folks who get their credit card to reimburse them during the investigation, what's the likelihood that they will get their money back? Or, are we hearing of credit card companies saying, "Oh, we can't resolve it. It's your problem now"?
That's a great question, Emily, because it brings up the key thing, which is use your credit card when you pay for anything. Don't use your debit card. With a credit card, whenever fraudulent use is made of that credit card, such as in a gift card scam, the law says that the credit card company must reimburse you for everything over $50. You're only liable for $50 worth of damages. However, frankly, I've never seen a credit card company failed to protect and reimburse people totally. However, with your debit card, the law doesn't protect you as much. And if you fail to notify your bank that the debit card has been used in a scam immediately, you're really in danger of losing your entire amount in your bank account that's tied to the debit card. So the key thing to do is whenever you're making a purchase, whether it's online or in a brick and mortar store, use your credit card, don't use your debit card.
And should we as consumers, start being a little more cautious or apprehensive about purchasing gift cards until they start really getting serious about security?
Well, the gift cards are still a good choice, but what I suggest to people is in all of these scams where the scammers manipulate the gift cards, and sometimes what they'll do is on the back of the gift card, it may have a pin with covered over that you have to scratch off in order to be visible. So the scammers will scratch that off, get the pin, get the number, and they'll wait till that card is loaded. Other times they'll even take a barcode and they'll put that over the barcode of the card so that you load up the scammer's card. Bottom line is they can't do this for cards that are behind the counter. So my suggestion is, and I still buy gift cards, is never buy one from outside the counter. Buy it only from behind the counter, and before you leave, make sure that they run it through to show that the money you're putting on is going to be on the card.
Some good advice. Steve, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.